Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's reading, we're doing How Are You Misunderstood? And we have here three beautiful piles. Pile number one, pile number two, pile number three. Please pause the video if needed. Let's go. So for my viewers that picked pile number one, how are you misunderstood? And I got for you guys the Eight of Cups. And the first thing I heard was, I don't F with you. The way you're misunderstood, pile number one, is that people think that you don't F with them. You don't F with them. When you come in the room, you look very un-F-wittable. Um, like someone strict. Like, yeah, you can't come sit at this table, sweetheart. Next. Like, people feel like every time they come around you, they have to be in like military mode. Like, they just have to straighten it up. Um, People are just like naturally nervous around you. And, you're definitely misunderstood. God bless you, baby. You're definitely misunderstood because you are so humble. You are so like nice and like charitable and cute. Like, in no way are you like this Queen of Swords, aggravated, no patience having person. Like, I see someone so sweet, like just so ready to like live life, butterflies and ice cream, and not the way where people gotta get up and go and what are you doing, what are you wearing, not that type of person. So you're definitely being misunderstood for being someone of the moment. People feel like you're gonna walk away from them, whether you're gonna get tired of their friendship, tired of their relationship, even tired of the conversation. I really feel like you guys don't want to hear that people be walking on eggshells with you. I definitely see it's because of some sort of success. It can either be like some sort of success in your career or knowledge, or like a success in a business. Also, it could be that you look great. So if none of the followings check up, like, you know what I mean? You look great. And I definitely see that being the number one reason why people misunderstand you. People are not forcefully misunderstanding you, but it's just like people feel like they have to make up these assumptions about you in their head due to what they see, right? Um, and I feel like it's easier for someone in your inner circle to be more rested in your energy because they know you. Okay, they know you. I know you don't want to hear this as well, but again, this is a misunderstood reading. Like, how do people misunderstand you? So, you could be the person that people say, oh, I have a bad vibe about them. Like, right away. They don't even give you a chance. You could have experienced that, like, maybe a lot of, like, misunderstandings, maybe even in the workplace, where maybe a coworker might feel like you're throwing jabs or you're doing something on purpose to them, but the whole time you're like unaware, and like this person is just like constructing a story in their head about you. Like, pile number one, it's so easy to misunderstand you because people find ways to misunderstand you. I'm sorry. And you're great. Like, Like, I feel like once people get these assumptions out of their head and they actually sit down and have a conversation with you or get to know you, all of those like ideals just are destroyed, right? I heard see no evil, hear no evil. Why did I hear that? People also misunderstand you because they feel like you kind of try to get your way with things. And I don't think that's the point with you. And guys, listen to me. I'm actually defending you guys out of every misunderstanding because I'm just that person. I'm just that reader. So, you could be misconstrued as someone that just gets your way, like someone that always gets the easy way out, the easier route, like the luckiest. You could be a younger sibling. Like you just get like everything handed. And I don't think that's the case here. I just feel like people wait till you get something to just put you in this pedestal of always gaining stuff. Um Problem number one is like it hasn't even been easy. Like I don't understand why I get one little shot and like just people are running with the theme that I get everything I want, right? People misunderstand you in ways where you might be someone that chooses peace instead of drama and chaos. And you might easily walk away from situations, stay quiet. This is another one. This is another one. You are misunderstood as well by the people around you because you don't react to situations the way that they would. So you might be misunderstood to also being someone that lets things slide, which is crazy because in the beginning you looked intimidating, but that was to people that didn't really know you. Now, I'm getting the energy of those that do know you. You're misunderstood in ways where just because you choose to be the bigger person, they think that you're letting people push you over or bully you, or you just don't care. Okay? And I don't see that here. I'm getting fire energy. Like I'm literally seeing fire right now. Um you guys can have like past problems with managing your anger. I even see anger that leads to self-harm. I'm so sorry. I don't know if that would affect anyone, but it's like a deep rage. Like it's just like a rage that is unexplainable. I think that in situations you are far more scared of yourself than you are of what people say or are gonna say at the end. If pile number one has to debate whether to be the bigger person or going to jail. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. And if you don't relate with that, that's fine. That's fine. That could just be who you were in the past. And maybe those type of emotions come up again even when you're tested and you're just really good at. I feel like you guys are aware of that. You're aware that some people might misconstrue you being the bigger person, but I definitely see here a other side of people thinking that you think you're better than them because you're not reacting. You're almost like not saying anything. You don't care. They know you could defend yourself, and you're just like you're not really giving a f about what anyone is saying. Eight of Cups again is coming up like just her walking away, and I think you're also misunderstood because people feel like you just like walk away from your problems, and that is not the case. It could even be like I heard with kids, like, which is like what a coincidence. But it's almost like you let things handle themselves, and people might think you're crazy for that. Okay, it's like you let things unfold. You don't really try to solve the problem, you just let it go. Um that's like when like people, for example, like someone snakes you real bad, like real bad. And like people are like telling you, you better call them up and let them know. You better call them up and whatever, whatever, and let them know. So yeah, pal number one, you're almost being misconstrued of like, not being humble because you won't participate in like basically fighting with others or even partaking in drama or partaking in them throwing the rock, hiding the hand, which, makes me believe that you were a little bit erratic back in the day, to have people still testing to see, how far would you go. And it's funny because a lot of you guys, you're not the same person that you used to be back in the day. You're not the person that would just get erratic over anything or over people disrespecting you, of course. It's like now you're more like a, let God handle it type of person. And that's really good, pal number one. I realize sometimes when you just let the universe like handle the problem, especially if it's something that you can't change, like an opinion. Another way that people misunderstand you is through your isolation. I feel like you're the type of group that you like to be around others, but it's just more like you don't want to seem like you're a bother to some. You don't want to seem clingy or like you need people. So maybe you guys would isolate more just because you don't want to be bothersome to others. And the way you're misunderstood is that it's viewed as if, you know, you don't like people. Again, the I don't F with you type of energy is coming in again. Like, you rather be alone or you rather be in your energy. And I'm not seeing here that you have a problem with being alone, but you also don't have a problem with being around others. Like, I feel like pal number one definitely enjoys certain companies. I mean, like certain friends, certain people, but you usually don't be around others as much because again, you don't want to feel like you're being a burden. Okay, so people might misunderstand you for not wanting to be a burden as maybe you thinking again that you're better than everyone. All right, so next time, pal number one, you have that urge to hang out with someone, just ask because what's the worst that they can say? And also, um, it'll be probably something for you to try, something new for you to try, reaching out first. Okay. I think I also have that problem. Like, I don't like to reach out first. Like, hey, let's hang out. I don't like that. I think it's because I don't want to be rejected. But if I really, really want to hang out with someone, I would just text them. But, if it's not that worth it to go through all those hoops and and those gut wrenching conversations, then it's okay. What was I gonna say? So, pile number one, you're also being misunderstood as someone that walks away when things get hot or crazy with others. So, yes, I feel like you're also misunderstood of being like a bad friend or a flaky friend or someone that doesn't keep around a lot of friends. So, yeah, you're misunderstood for being a bad friend, but it could just be like you're someone that has a very low tolerance for BS. Okay, like this is not the friend that you're gonna run circles with. This is not the relationship. This is not the family member you're gonna play as a joke, because they could just easily just get the hell up out of there. And that little flakiness that you have, which is not a flakiness, which is like a boundary, which is, standing up, standing on business. That's what it is. And people could misconstrue it to be that you're someone that's not there for others. But I see someone that was there enough and decided to get out of there. Okay, because I'm not gonna lie, I've met so many superhero ass people, man. Always trying to freaking help people to the max, and they don't, and there's nothing wrong with helping people, but once you consider yourself, I feel like superhero level is just like you're more focused on other people's problems than your own life, right? You don't do that. You don't do that. I feel like you're easily to walk away. And it's like, oh my God, pile number one is not a ride or die. And pile number one is probably like, yes, I'm a ride, but baby, I ain't gonna die. Pile number one, that's so funny, because I just really feel like you guys are people that are so kind hearted. Like, you would just give the shirt off your back for someone. Like, you would literally like take the food out your mouth and give it to someone, but to the point where hey, this is enough. And that is beautiful. I think that is so beautiful, because people in general that don't know when to place boundaries are actually in danger. In real danger, right? So yeah, you're also misunderstood for being someone passive, or how they say in my neighborhood, pussy. If you don't know what that means, and guys, there's a lot of non-Americans that are here, my friends on YouTube. So of course, some of the lingos that I say, people are not always gonna understand it. But someone that could be easily fought or battled with. Okay, someone without a backbone. But I've realized that you are actually more brave than the person that is going to sit there and entertain a mess. Pile number one. Why? You're not going to throw more wood. Don't mind my nail. Don't mind it. You're not going to be the person to throw more wood on the fire. You're not going to be the person to light that fire up. You're not going to be the person to keep poking the bear. You're not going to do that. And I think that is so mature, so high vibrational, just so beautiful about you, that you know your place, you know your worth, you know how high in the ranks you are. I'm not going to lower myself. I'm not going to lower myself with anyone here. Okay? Not even for a cup of coffee. Oh my God, that happened to me literally. I think I used that as an example, but like somebody tried to test me at a Starbucks, and baby, I gave it to them real cute and real classy. Made them look crazy. But anyways, I feel like this is you. Like, it's just such a soft energy coming in with you guys, which is like misunderstood for like the ghettoest things. Like, I'm sorry that I'm in my soft girl era. You're in your, baddies gone wild era. You just want to tussle everywhere you go. Pile number one is like, I'm going to be the bigger person, actually. I'm going to call the law. Oh my God, I'm not even going to get too into it. I'm not, guys, because I'm just cracking myself up right now. But like, your aloneness is also misunderstood. Like, pile number one, they just think they're the last Coke in the desert. And they don't care about us. They think they're better than us. And I'm so sorry. You have a lot of people in your life, problem number one, that think that you think you're better than them. When all you think is that, mm, am I being bothersome? Am I being annoying? Am I being a pain in the ass? And people are thinking so different. And I feel so bad again because you're such a sweetheart. And all I have to say is, problem number one, stop feeling like you're such a bothersome. Baby, you are the spotlight. You are the sprinkle on a cupcake. You're like the it. You're the main event. So instead of like trying to humble yourself in front of others, like just shine, because either way we try to, like, tippy toe around others, not bother, and people are still thinking negatively. People are still making assumptions in their head. So shine. And when it comes to the drama and all of that, keep doing what you're doing. Keep being in your soft place, keeping your tone down, being relaxed. Because at the end of the day, people could think whatever they want, but one thing everyone is looking for is entertainment. Hello. There's people literally arguing and fighting on TV, and that's popular. So, again, people are always looking for some sort of entertainment. Don't be their entertainment pile number one. You got this. So, that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys. So, for the viewers that picked pile number two, let's find out. I'm sorry, hold up. Yeah, pile number two. Oh my god, my nose is itchy already. Let's find out, how are you misunderstood, okay? Oh lord. Okay, so pile number two, one way that you're very misunderstood. I don't know if you're gonna like this, but if you're kind to others and like giving, it's giving like the person that you meet at work for the first day, and they're just like guiding you through everything. They're such a good vibe. They're just so helpful. They're so amazing. Um, the pretty girl in class that wants to work with you as a group or whatever. You could be misunderstood in a way where people might think that just how you act normally, you might want something romantically with them. So while you're being a kind, thoughtful person, someone else thinks that you're trying to get into their pants. And I feel like you will probably have this problem with the opposite sex all the time. Like, you're like, I thought we were cool. And all of a sudden, they're just like so, like, intense. They're blowing up my phone. They're like asking me who I'm with. Like, relax. It was just a hug. You could have definitely, or you are popular. You are very popular, Paltu. You are very popular wherever you're from, in the friend group, in college, small town, popular. It's giving very cute, very popular, very for the people. It's like, oh my god, I'm getting Kim K. So yeah, like people say, like Kim K, when you first meet her, that she's like so sweet and so kind, and it's almost like you live for the popularity. You live for people liking you. Like, you're so sympathetic. Is that how you say? Um, Conversationalist. Like, you love to interact with people. You're very bubbly, and you make friends everywhere you go, or like you meet people everywhere you go. This is my pile that is just very popular. I also heard popular loner as well. So, you can just have a lot of these interactions, but not really be like so close to others. I heard people misunderstood or misunderstand your tattoos. Okay, so you can be someone that has like a lot of different tattoos or like tattoos that have different meanings, but people don't understand them. People like have this way of misunderstanding the the message behind your tattoos. And I also heard like the message behind like your poetry. It could be either your poetry as well or like your art. Like people misunderstand your art. People also misunderstand your love life. Um, you could be dating someone and it's almost like you and this person, like, people feel like you don't belong together. You could be so different from your partner. This is my people that are already in relationships who this message relates to. But like you could be so different from your partner. Or you guys can come from like different cultural backgrounds. It could be to the point where somebody here watching this video, you can't communicate very clearly with your partner because you speak different languages. Also, you guys could have been only children. Yeah, I'm also getting only children. I also heard the name Suzanne. I don't know if that's someone's mom. People also misunderstand your culture. Okay, so now this is if you don't relate to having a partner. People misunderstand your culture. There's things that they're not understanding about your culture, and there's something about how are you able to do certain things. Okay, so that could be a part of yourself that people misunderstand your culture. And I also heard your motive or like your purpose. Like, what's the purpose of you being so gentle and kind with others? Like, what is your purpose? Like, what is your reason? What is your motive? It's almost like people always try to dig a deeper meaning as to why you do certain things all the time. And you could have been like, I just came here for lunch. Like, I don't know why people are just so confused and trying to create a bigger meaning as to, pile number two, they probably attended this event because they're dating someone here, right? So you could be misunderstood because your actions are always like misread. The same way with how your kindness can be associated with you wanting something romantically with someone. You could be the pal that attracts stalkers or even like people that stalk your life. Oh, I heard superstar. Someone here wants to be a superstar so bad. I also heard people misunderstand your way of living, and I also heard like way of like dress. So some of you guys could dress like sexy or like showing off your body a little bit, maybe like a little bit of cleavage or like I don't see anything too serious, but I see someone that is like all in their zone, wearing things that make them feel better about themselves, and people misunderstanding it as you wanting more attention or you dressing like that for someone in specific. Okay, this is the pile that when you walk in, people are grabbing onto their partners. They don't know your purpose. They don't know your kind. Okay. You could have also had people. wanting to start stuff because of their partners, and you could just be like friends. I see like someone getting like a bunch of messages like, hey, are you dating my man? Are you dating? Are you seeing my girlfriend? And you're like, we're just co-workers. Like, we don't go that way. Okay? So if you're very kind, pile number 2, people mistaken that for you wanting to get with them. Or even wanting to be like their friend. But if you're someone that acts neutral, like you don't really be sweet, you just neutral with it, people might think that you still want some sort of attention. You're misunderstood because when people look at you, they think of attention, attention, attention. I'm just trying to get attention. You can't even breathe, pile number 2. People think you're getting attention. Oh my god. I don't know if this one is worse than one. Like, just imagine living, and then people are just like, yeah, they're doing too much. Yeah. They just want to F everyone in the room. Um, yeah, pile 2. So you're misunderstood because of your sexuality. People think you want it. And if you don't want it, you're hoping someone wants you. This is too funny because in reality, I feel like you're just someone that's very confident. Like, you've worked for this confidence. Like, pile number 2 couldn't just leave their house wearing that outfit back in the day, or, speaking up or talking the way that they do now. Pile number 2 wouldn't be able to do that back in the day. They wouldn't. And such a great accomplishment to be so confident the way that you are. Just so sometimes it be misconstrued for other things. But that's how sometimes you basically make people misunderstand you. All right? Nothing wrong with, the way you are, pal, too, of course. But it's just like one of the ways that people misunderstand your vibe. And that's fine. You could get with the program or you don't have to. These readings are definitely just like an eye opener. It's not to make you change anything about yourself, because one thing we got clear on this channel is that we don't live for other people. Of course, we do these readings about what others think and gossip and stuff, but it's more eye opening and entertaining than, more of, oh, I got to change this or I got to do this. Now, regardless of what it is, people are still going to say something. People are still going to misconstrue shit. And let me tell you, if it makes you feel better, the people that are really there to understand you and be on your side, those are the only people that really matter. It's not the people that want to misconstrue you and think every action is, a flirt. It's not that. It's not. It's not about them. It's not about them. We're just, pointing it out right now. But yeah, Pautu, you're just misunderstood because of your confidence. And it's really hard to say this to you guys because I just know you guys built this brick by brick. And okay, maybe your confidence is not all the way up there the way you would want it to be, but you have something. You have some. Okay, some people don't. And, that's not what we're here to talk about. But, yeah, people want to misconstrue your confidence. And then what else do I see here? People might also misunderstand your words. I'm getting air here. You can speak very fast sometimes or speak very low. And sometimes people don't understand that. You could also be living in an area where you're not from that area. So maybe you have a different accent. Okay, and people might misconstrue your words. It's been moments, I can relate to that. It's been moments when I've said something that people don't understand. And people have gotten mad because they overheard something else. That is dangerous. Okay, that is super dangerous. But again, as I was saying earlier, some people are just there to misunderstand you. Like they don't care what you do. They just want to misunderstand something. Especially when you're a pile, especially you guys that, you don't really do harm to anyone and you always have like good intentions. So just know that little detail. Like if people just try to misunderstand you, they just have something against you. It's not you. So yeah, people misunderstand your relationship. Again, that's coming back in. If you're not in a relationship, it's fine. It could just be like how you act in relationships. Okay, so people misunderstand you because maybe you're so kind and loving, and then when you have a partner or you have a friend, you could be a bit aggressive. You could be a bit too real. Too real. I'm not saying you're not a good person because you don't treat those around you or like those that are closest to you as kind as you would treat people you're not around. But what people don't know is that the serious aspects of yourself, that other side of yourself is only shown with people that you're comfortable with. That side that says what they think, that gives advice, that is stern. Not the, hey, what's up? You looking good. You know what I mean? It's just you have two sides where with the people you're actually not closest to, you can be like super generous and kind. And I'm not saying you're not with those people around you, but you add a little bit more of that other side of yourself, which is much more stern or serious or, you know, much more judgmental. And people misunderstand that because people would think that maybe you would act the same with everyone, but it's just like not everyone knows you. Pile number two, right? So I definitely see here like people misunderstand that there's definitely two sides to you. There's a much more sensitive and kinder side, but then there's also a side that's a little bit more like, I don't want to say an angry cat because that's what I heard, but it's more of like a, you wouldn't expect it, right? But again, guys, this is the pile where you're really giving baddie energy, and if you're not a baddie, you know, or a fairy, or a soft person, or I'm all over the place. But whoever you paint yourself to be in this world with your confidence, how you feel when you feel good, it could be misunderstood. But again, it's not, those people that misunderstand you, they're not worth it. But again, it could be misunderstood for other things. So be careful. File number two, you don't want to be too kind to your neighbor. Then they'll think that you want to go on a date. But that's crazy because pile two, I also feel like how sweet that you are to others. You could be a little bit more like socially anxious. Like I'm getting that as well. You like probably hate small talk, and people don't know like how bad you're trying to get out of a conversation with them. But again, you're like someone that interacts with everyone. Okay, you're a cool person. Pile number two. It's just like that popularity, that light that you have might make other people feel like you want to get with them, but it's all confidence. It's just your true essence. And it's very beautiful. So that's a compliment for you, Pal, too, that regardless of where you go, people find you amusing. People find you beautiful. So yeah, that's all that I'm getting here from my pal number two. Thank you so much for taking on this reading. Bye, guys. So for the viewers that picked pal number three, let's find out, how are you misunderstood? And for my pal three viewers, we have here the Seven of Pentacles. So right away, I'm getting there is some sort of privilege here. I feel like someone here has a lot of resources, or you are just good with resources. You're good with your money. You manage yourself well or whatever. But people misunderstand that you give back because it comes out of your heart. A lot of people that you give to, whether it's family, friends, acquaintances, they might misunderstand it with you wanting to need them later. Or like basically, I'm doing you this favor right now, but that's because I might need you to do something for me later on. Right? So people might misunderstand how you give back as well. There's something about you that seems like so willing to give back, like this willingness to give back, and it could be misconstrued, pal three, for you basically having a lot of resources. So again, you could have resources, but you could be someone that's like, I'm not rich yet, you know what I mean? And so people might misconstrued you giving back to either you having lots of resources or you giving for a purpose so that you could get back. I don't think that's the case though. I really feel like Pal 3 is just happy to give back. I'm just happy to be there for others in a way where they wish others would have been there for them. Or maybe you're just like grateful for what the universe has offered you, that you want to bless other people. People might misunderstand your projects. I heard somebody is like sitting in $1 million company. Like somebody here is sitting down in $1 million like enterprise or project, or like just who you are. You could be $1 million and you don't even know it yet. And people might not see it that way. People might see your little food business, as a joke. Or maybe your career on YouTube as a joke. Or maybe your, career on TikTok, whatever. Your yoga studio, whatever. Whatever it is that my Pal 3s do, even if it's getting an education, people might misconstrue it for not being serious. Maybe it's like something you do as a joke or for fun. Like people don't take it serious. And it's really sickening because Pod 3 is probably like, I put my heart, my soul into this. I believe in myself and I believe in this. And people are just like, oh, it's just another hobby. Just, something for them not to be bored at home, just a little project that Pal 3 got going on, or a little business. And people don't understand how, big you think about it, right? You like how big or how much you're dreaming for things to turn big, no matter what it is, a career, your studies, your projects, your hobbies, doesn't matter. Like people don't understand how big you want it to go. And again, people might construe it to be a joke. And for you, that's not the case. Pal 3 is the type of person to put their attention and energy onto things that they want to bring life to. People might also, if you're someone that comes from like money or inheritance, or other people resources. People might misunderstand that, and my misunderstanding for you being maybe like a daddy's girl or like a spoiled rich kid, and maybe you were someone that, okay, you had family that had privileges, but you kind of were taught values. You were taught values that not every spoiled rich kid was taught. And yeah, you're not like them. Okay, I keep hearing they not like us. Okay, so you're not the type of person that people might view you for. So just keeping it clear here for you guys, Pal 3. People, a lot of the things that people misunderstand you for is because of your finances or the things that you have materially. Okay, there's a lot of pocket watching here. Um, Pal 3. I feel like a lot of your haters are, jealous. People are mostly jealous because of the things you have or own or obtain or created. Okay, it's a lot of like material fruits. So yeah, people might misconstrue you to be like a spoiled daddy's girl or just someone that doesn't know what to do with their money. And you're someone that has like legit goals, plans, and yeah, Part 3. I also feel like there's something with the intelligence as well. People might misunderstand you to be dumber than what you are. And that is so sickening because I just know that Pal 3 is just super smart. You guys are super intelligent. These are the people that think before they speak, think before they make any action. You are so self aware, and your intuition is on fire. I just feel like people don't think of you as serious as you might view yourself. You get misunderstood by the work you put into things as well. Listen, I'm not I'm not really trying to come for you guys, but right now people might think that you're sitting back drinking a margarita or like sitting back and relaxing in your condo or with your feet up watching movies all day. Literally. And Pal 3 probably has a morning routine, an afternoon routine, a self-care routine, a gym routine, a putting the kids to bed routine. You got a busy schedule. You're always on the go go go. And this is why I feel like sometimes Pal 3 might feel overwhelmed because while you're running your busy schedule, you have people in the sidelines like, hey, can you walk my dog? Hey, can you take me to this appointment I have on Friday? And Pal 3 is just like, I'm just like so overworked. I am so fed up. And people are just asking me for favors. And I don't know how to extend myself for everyone. And people don't understand how busy I am. It's like people don't care. No, Pal 3. People don't know. People don't know. Like, people really feel like you have nothing going on. And I don't know if it's because you make it look so easy. I feel like you guys are always pampering yourself or like always looking clean and fresh, and this is why people think that, you just have your feet up all day. And it's like, does anybody know that I'm busy? And it's like, Pal 3, people think that you're on the beach right now, having a couple beers. Okay, people don't know that you're up since 5 in the morning and you're just now having time for yourself. So people misconstrue the things that you have to do in your life. They misconstrue that ish. It's almost like you have an easy life in their eyes, and people misunderstand your hustle. Um, so yeah. Oh, bless you, baby. So people might misunderstand your goals, your plans. Um, they just misunderstand you. It's like people. The way people misunderstand you is to be someone like easy, like you like to do the easy things, easy minded. Like you just you want to take everything one by one, or just take your time with things. And I feel like Pal 3, you're someone that is the opposite. You plan things out. You are not a procrastinator at all. Like, you know how to set your life up for success. And it's so funny because you probably didn't know this. You probably did not know that people will misunderstand you to be lazy when you're not. And okay, you're giving, and you're so lovey, and you think about others. And people just think that you have all that time to think about others because your life is so easy. Because if your life was so hard and horrendous, you wouldn't send me these $40. You wouldn't, you know, give me a ride all the way to the airport, Paul 3. Like, I don't think so. And Paul 3 is just probably like only had 3 hours of sleep last night. So yeah, Paul 3. I also see here a way that people misunderstand you is through your finances. So people might think that you have some problems with your finances because you're so giving, you go out a lot, you splurge, and people might think that maybe you have like credit card debt, or you're just, and you could be very financially responsible, but it just looks like you blow your bread, like you blow your money. And that is probably not the case here. You could probably be very responsible, but people might really believe that there's problems with your finances just because you're so giving, and you don't really, you know what I mean? I feel like somebody, like people here don't have like jobs. Like you guys are entrepreneurs. Not everyone here though, but if not, people just think that you blow your money, you blow things on unnecessary things. I mean, you blow your money on unnecessary things. So overall, Pal 3, it's like a lot of the things that people misunderstand you for is due to your career and your finances. And hey, have them guessing. Why would you want people to know, that you're actually doing very well? I mean, that's fine if you are. And if you want to flaunt that, that's fine. But I just feel like, at this point, it doesn't really matter, Pal 3, if people think you're struggling or not. Even if you're not. And if you're watching this, like Jaylene, I am struggling. Maybe it's the opposite, that people think I'm making too much because I'm actually struggling. But if that's the case, then mentally, people think that you're doing well for yourself. If you feel like you're struggling, then people really think that you're doing well for yourself. If you're not struggling, people think you are struggling. And again, due to the lifestyle that you live and the things you have, people might just misunderstand that aspect of yourself, that workaholic or that consistency that you always show. And earlier I did say something about people, not believing in your hobbies, not believing in you. And now I have another side of the coin, where if you do have some sort of success, people feel like it's an overnight success. It's a success because you're beautiful. It's a success because you have money. It's a success because you got lucky one day. And that is not the case. Like, this pile is the pile that has worked hard for what they have. You have worked hard for your life, for your security, and basically who you are as a person right now took a lot of work as well. A lot of self care and maybe, plastic surgeries or whatnot, but it cost you and it cost hard work as well. So that's all that I'm getting here. Thank you so much for clicking on this reading. Bye, guys.